Hello, beautiful soul. Gods and goddesses will put this video in front of you if you're meant to hear this. So, I wanted to record this video in the afternoon, early in the day, but I couldn't, and it's like now approximately 3 in the midnight, like early morning, of next day. Um, so the reason it got late was because I was feeling super anxious and worried, and just like so much was going on throughout the day. I woke up and it was 13th of February, is 13th of March yesterday. When I wanted to record this video, now it has turned like 14th March 3 morning. But yesterday was a very powerful day of goddesses. 13th Feb is a day of a like Friday, and it was goddesses day, Venus, and so powerful. But because I lost my mom on in February, there was just intense blame that was coming up. It was like, is it my fault? Has it happened because of me? Maybe I could have gone home. Like, in November when I got to know that she has cancer, maybe I would have went home, and then she would have felt like, oh yes, my eldest daughter loves me, and her body might have felt safe. I remember during the video calls that I had, last few video calls, she was very scared, she was scared, like, oh my god, will she have the food? And that's this fear of my entire ancestral line. She was like, my younger sister has a baby. She's like, she has to cook the food, but she has a baby. She was worried, so I felt like maybe if I would have went home, I would have cooked food for her. But during that time, I didn't know that she was gonna die. I just felt like she's just gonna get her chemo and she's gonna get well. And I was just like, I was also resentful because whenever I was around my mom back at home, we have, and I was just seeing the family shadow, our ancestral shadow. And one of the messages that the spirit guide wanted me to give was like, do not listen to news, do not go out and see what is happening in the different country or your neighborhood. No, go what is happening in your own family, in your own ancestral line. How did your ancestors die? What kind of health issues were reoccurring? What kind of emotional issues were reoccurring in your, and family line? What kind of feelings, like emotions, that they were emotional wounds that your family, your ancestral line was feeling? What are the fears that they were going through that stopped them? What were their internal issues? That's what your focus should be, not what's happening in different country, what's happening in the politics. No, because politics are the result of what is happening within the family, within the siblings, so yeah, this is very powerful, deep spiritual wisdom, and we have to like really see it, and it's not easy because what is going on, it can be very, and to navigate that, so I will share what I was going through because it will just help you a lot and give you the perspective, because I know my spirit guides are just inspiring me to express myself. So, now my little sister, so we are three sisters. Eldest is me, younger one, she's like 1.5 years younger to me, and the elder, like the youngest is 6.5 years old younger to me, and they are twins, one sister, one brother. So both are 6.5 years younger to me. And in my home, it was always like sibling rivalry, because parents use that psychological way to just putting that competing energy within our psyche to get their love and appreciation. We have to be competing, and now that energy is ingrained in us, but I am doing that work, so I do not participate in that energy. And now, so my mom wanted me to come home and cook food for her and all of that. That was one of her desire, in when she got to know like that she has cancer and all. But for some reason I didn't wanted to go home. I was scared, that if I go home, I will be kept home. I know I don't like doing house chores. I like to be out in nature. I like to be free. All of my life, I have just been working. I have just been working in the kitchen. I grew up working, like, because I was with my auntie. I was not living with my parents, and I had that resentment and anger towards my parents, that how can they leave me as a little girl to my uncle and auntie, and my auntie was not treating me properly. So I had that resentment also with my mom, like how can she also um, leave me and all of that. But I didn't wanted to go home. I didn't wanted to be around my family. I really didn't. Okay. And in that moment, I was going through a lot. I was going through a lot of confusion, like, okay, my mom had cancer, I want to be with her. At the same time, I do not want to be around that family energy and constantly pressurized. I'm a I, I need to be in nature, in a safe and calm environment, and just that. And then God gave me that. God kept me away from my family, and I was just very grateful. At the same time, I was sad, and it's just like confusing energy that I was in. Like, okay, my mom is struggling, and all of these things are going on. And then also, like, now it is like, okay, my mom is not there, then all the family, the work of kitchen and house chores is on my little sister, and she is like, it's because of you, because you are not here, you are choosing not to come, I have to do that. So now I feel that pressure. I want to work, I want to make something of myself. Throughout last few years, even though I made that choice not to go home in the last 5 years, I just went 2 or 3 times home last 5 years. um my only wish was, my only prayer was that, God, I want to be financially in such a place that even if when I go home, I nobody can control me, nobody can disrespect me. Because in my family, girls are not respected. They are not treated like goddesses. They are treated like servants. They are treated like, okay, if we are giving you food, you should be extra grateful. Just girls receiving bare minimum, it's like, it's even receiving the bare minimum, it feels like a, a a very big task. It has been like that, honestly. And and I didn't want it to, put myself in that environment wherein I will receive that disrespect that completely kills my confidence again. Confidence which I have built in the last 5 years. Okay. So I chose myself. I wanted to, be like where I am, and just like want to build my own family, meet new friends, new people, and just like, something positive to have happened in my life. And yeah, um So I'm just going through that kind of family turbulence, you know. Okay, everyone's like, and I am also like, I feel like, okay, I don't feel financially stable to take care of my health. There is constant pain in the right side of my, body, like right side of my stomach, and I just have the money to, have the food. And I don't want to scare or create any kind of panic, because I know God will take care and all of that. And in the last 3 months, I couldn't pay my rent, and but I received the kindness from my landlady. I know gods and goddesses inspired her, but there is definitely a fear, and I want to feel powerful. I want to have, you know resources. I want to have finances. I want to have like stable home, which I do have right now. Today, throughout the day, even though I was going through these kind of dark thoughts, that is it because of me that my mother went? Maybe if I would have went there and given her the safety in the last 3 months, just through my presence, she would have been here, and all of that. But I was also praying in the last 3 months that God, do the right thing. Mother Earth, I want the right thing to have happened. And if Mother Earth made this happen, so maybe this was the right thing. And throughout the day, I was praying like, what is the right perspective? Because the perspective that I was thinking, that my mom went away because of me, she chose to, go away from this planet because she wasn't feeling safe here. And maybe if I was there, I would be able to make her feel safe. But my mom chose to, like, the relationship with the family is not safe. It is not safe. So even if I feel like if I would have went there, but just the presence of the males around, you know they don't, I get panic attack. Genuinely, I don't feel safe around my father. I don't feel like, I don't know, there's just constant panic. There's just constant panic, you know? And nothing against, maybe, I don't know. I was just asking Mother Earth to show me the higher perspective, because sometimes what we can see, it can be very dark, you know? Our mind and just like some kind of fear can convince us to give up on our purpose. Like today I wanted to just dance, but this fear kept me caged. It kept me caged. And like, just like the other fear, like, okay, I will not have food. What if I lose my home? Where will I go? What if my landlady just, now it's been 3 months, one day she wakes up angry and she just throws me out? What if people around me starts to make fun of me? All these fears were very loud, okay? and and I'm just like, I just keep coming here and sharing my fears and all. What if people just like get put off by me, like, okay, this girl is always in panic and all of that? But that's the, I chose to be honest. I really just want to show up honestly. And one of my dream always is like, now is like, I become so financially stable that I can help my little sister by giving her the option. I know I cannot change anybody's choices. First of all, my prayer is that little girl, I mean like my little sister, one of my dream really is, it was like, when my mom was alive, was also like, I become so financially stable that I can get her like the safest treatment. I know like what is healthier, but I'm not able to have say at home. We can have say in the family when we are financially, strong. So I wanted to have a say to tell my mom like, hey, this is not good for you, this is not healthy for you. I can give her a home so that she can feel safe to even leave that environment, leave those relationship with her brother, and her, just the family. And I don't know, it was very complicated. I was feeling overwhelmed what is right as well, you know. But now my dream is like I can give my little sister an option, like, hey, you know, I can provide for you. I can provide home and stability for you. You go live your life. You know, I can take care of her. I don't, and even I don't know what kind of exchange is healthy, you know. But I just want, right now, my also prayer is that I only want the highest good. Even with my landlady, I know she has her business, for how long she can let me stay like this. But in all, I don't know the right thing. I really don't. But I just pray for the highest good. Highest good. I just pray that God, to gods and goddesses and Mother Earth, to lead my, and Mother Earth, you know, just my, like, she guides me, she leads me to the highest good, and she guides my mind, leads my mind, body and heart to the highest good. It's just in this helplessness, Nate, because I don't know what's the right thing to do. All I know is that I like being around nature, I like being around rivers, I like being, you know, wearing whatever I'm able to wear. I like, you know, seeing different faces every day, because where I live, when I go out, there are people from different countries, and they give me hope. They give me, get me the state of like, okay, I need to be only around people what I have seen throughout my life, you know, which is toxic, abusive, and the kind of people that we surround ourselves with, we become like them. I want good company for myself. That can only happen when I'm in a right environment. So I just want the best for myself. I want the good company for myself. I want the resources. I want to be around rivers and trees like I have been. You know, I've been able to get my strength back, my confidence back, because Mother Earth in 2021 led me here. And by going on my daily walks, by being around trees and rivers, I just, it was just such, something so powerful happened inside of me, you know. So I just want to be around them. And recently I started to dance, you know. It was just recent after my mom passed away, and I was really sad, deeply sad, you know. No matter how, what kind of relationship you share with your parents, you will always grieve when they leave, and you never want. Sometimes in life you are just in certain situations wherein you really don't know the right thing to do, and I felt like choosing my happiness is the right option. I was feeling like that, but then when my mom died, I felt like, did I not make the right choice? You know, did I, being choosing to stay away from the family, am I doing something scary? What if something happens to me? You know, who will take care of me? People say that family is the only family. They look after you when you get sick and all. And recently, somebody I know, that girl, you know, she had to go through operation and all. It was her family. I don't know, all these fears, you know. But so far, I've been able to persevere. I was always scared, like, what if I was not been able to pay my rent? But I knew, like, I knew that I was being honest, and honesty and integrity. When you are on that path, that means you're right, you know. Something is right about that. And me being able to be honest here on camera, that's why I keep continuing to show up on YouTube, and being able to honestly express myself. So where was I just completely lost the track. Anyway, so honesty, I was choosing honesty, and to me honesty felt like I want to choose my happiness. I want to give myself. I want to be around trees and rivers and in a different new city. And so even when my father said like, okay, I can't give you the money anymore because I need to get my mom treated. And even before that, when I was receiving money from him, I was very grateful. Genuinely, I was looking past all the disrespect and control and whatever I had to put through because I was receiving help from him. I was just looking at like, at least my father is supporting me, and I want to honor that, be grateful for that. But like the dis yeah, anyway. And then in November, when he said like he can't anymore, I was scared. Like I was like, okay, should I go back home? But I was like, no, no, no. And then I received the help from gods and goddesses and Mother Earth and just the trees, over here, because I was asking them like, hey, you are my guide, you are my protector, you make this situation work. And then suddenly my landlady was so kinder to me, and I was just wanting, because I was going through so much internally, I was just wanting calmness, and I just wanted no drama. I just wanted my landlady to be kind with me and all of that. And so far it has been like that. There has been no drama and all of that. And so I received that support in that way, and I was scared around food and all. So I received donations from people who were watching my videos, and I'm really curious to see now how this situation works out, how Mother Earth and all the trees and rivers make this situation work for me, because being around siblings and family is just, I can't. Yeah. You want to book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me, get into my 12 weeks of mentorship, link of that is in my bio. You want to donate for my rent, food and bills, link of that is also in my bio. And yeah, I have my magic paintings as well, super powerful, very beautiful. They're my just beautiful yeah, everything is in the link in my bio. Yeah, my magic paintings are super powerful. They are the reason that I persevered through all of my, I've been able to take these leaps even during the survival fears. I was able to persevere, I was able to choose myself and make self-loving choices. And yeah, they're so powerful and so magical. Really, like the magic in them, so big, really big. Okay, link of them is in my bio. I will put a video in the end of the video, like this video. Yeah, because if you have been guided so far, I know only the right people and the aligned people will be guided to this video. So yeah, thanks for being here, thanks for hearing me out and just witnessing me in my emotions. It's the safe space you gave me, because I felt like, we can feel ashamed, like, but I felt safe in sharing myself. So thank you so much.